Hi, my name is Rodney Worth. I'm the chef and owner of the Peasant the Pear in Danville. We did a turkey video for Thanksgiving about a month ago, and it was so popular, it got over 1,000 YouTube hits, that people started asking me for a prime rib. So we're gonna put it together, and this is the way I do it. So we're gonna start off with just a very classic dry rub. Half a cup of salt, and then a quarter cup of black pepper, a quarter cup of paprika, quarter cup of granulated garlic, and then a quarter cup of Italian seasoning mix. So I'm just gonna mix this up here with my finger. I'm gonna put this right here, and I'm gonna pull my prime rib out. So here is a nice, big, beautiful prime rib. This is a whole loin. So, this is around $100 or so in a store. So you really want to take your time with this and do a really good job for you and your family. We do one of these for our French dips almost every day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the meat, and I'm going to do a couple things. I like to pull the chain off. The chain is kind of an unedible part. For your home use, you really don't want it there. It's pretty simple. You just start there, pull right along. I'm gonna put that right in the roasting pan. So right now you have a big, beautiful prime rib. You can see the marbling in there. It's really high end, it's beautiful. I'm just gonna take our dry rub, I'm gonna get it really mixed up here, and I'm gonna coat it really heavy. The reason why is that the meat needs to have the salt penetrate inside of it. So you think it's gonna be too much, but it's not. It's just gonna have a really nice, crunchy crust. So here we go. We got it almost all in there, and I just like to push that in there a little bit. And always don't forget the sides. Come back over here, come back here. I'm just gonna get a little bit more salt on top here. This is where I like to start here. I pulled this prime rib out about 2 hours ago. This is a major step in cooking a prime rib, is you want it to be closest to room temperature as possible. You don't want it to be 34 degrees like a refrigerator, because it takes that much longer time for it to cook internally. The prime rib, if you want it to be one color inside, when you cut it, you want it to be one shade of pink. You don't want it to be brown and then pink. You don't want it to be medium on the outside, medium rare in the middle. You want it to be soft. So what we're gonna do is cook this at a high temperature for about 20 minutes. Get a nice big crust, the fat's gonna bubble, sear, put in all these herbs and spices, and then we're gonna turn it down and just let it sit. And the only way you can do this is with a thermometer. We're gonna pull this out at about 125 degrees and let it rest, and it's gonna be perfect medium rare. I like to put some mirepoix, which is celery, onions, and carrots in there. And I like to put the celery on the bottom, and it's gonna be like a roasting rack. It's gonna lift it off a little bit. So I'm gonna put that right in there. I put the chain back in here to get some fat in there, and then we're gonna have that, it's got some edible parts on there. It's just not a great serving piece on the table. So right now we're gonna go in the kitchen and put this in an oven. So what I got, I'm in the kitchen now and I have my prime rib. I'm putting it in the oven. I'm gonna put it in at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes to get a really nice sear on it. Prime rib is done. It's been taken out of the oven. It's been cooking for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's a 10 to 12 pound prime rib. So I did pull it out at 114 degrees. Right now, it's up to 124 degrees, which is perfect prime rib. I'm gonna do a little horseradish sauce with this. This is my favorite thing. Since a prime rib is such a fatty, rich dish, ours is a little bit different. So I'm gonna do 1 cup of sour cream, and then I'm gonna do a half a cup of a really good mayonnaise, a nice high quality mayonnaise. 1 nice big tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, which is my favorite kind of in this. It brings out really some nice depth. Now I'm gonna add some fresh lemon juice. It's the juice of 2 fresh squeezed lemons. I'm gonna mix this in a little bit. We'll put some salt and pepper in here to taste. And then I'm gonna add 2 nice heaping spoonfuls of fresh horseradish in here. Give it a taste. Delicious. Prime rib has been resting for about 15-20 minutes. It's perfect temperature right now. Let's cut this thing open and see what we got. There it is, guys. It's the prize. I'm gonna take this, put it on my cutting board. We got all of our mirepoix. Now this time, if you're gonna do some popovers or Yorkshire pudding, this is the time you use this. You got the great sauce in here. So let's go ahead and take our first slice. So here you go. Look at that, guys. Perfect. It's because we use a thermometer. We followed all the directions in time. Let's get a nice big slice of this off. And then you just come through and slice this off. There's your great holiday dinner right there.